Do you guys know the real football's World Cup is starting today? Okay, the Soccer World Cup. Let me use the American terms because I'm addressing Americans in this video. So the Soccer World Cup is starting today. I've been on this journey on YouTube, following American sports, American stuff, and you guys have joined me on this journey as well. And I'm here to return the favor because, guys, I know it's the Qatar World Cup. I know some of the culture or things that go on in that country, most of you don't agree with. But this is about a sport, not about politics or whatever. And personally, as a soccer fan, and being from a third world country, a lot of social issues don't really affect me, if I would say. This is my reality, and I've accepted my reality to an extent. So I'm only interested in watching a sport. So I'm here to try and convince you guys. I know Americans don't really follow soccer. I get that. You guys have games that you enjoy more, like American football, baseball, basketball, and even hockey. So you guys don't really. I think I saw a song where that soccer number 4th or 5th in the US, for example. So I know you guys don't really care about what the hell goes on in soccer, but this is the World Cup where different countries around the world, small countries that some of you may not have even heard of before, come together to play and have some fun and have some unity using a sport. At the end of the day, this is about sports. So I want you guys to join me and enjoy this World Cup. The World Cup is always the best thing. It comes once in 4 years, guys. It comes once in 4 years. And imagine how you have to wait for 4 years just to get a competition between countries around the world. It comes once in 4 years, guys. And listen to this. So for some of you that did not know about that, the US, Canada, and Mexico are hosting the next World Cup. I mean, why? There's really no reason why you should not try to follow the game, because you are going to be hosting it. Either Canada, US, Mexico are going to be hosting it next World Cup 2026. And guys, that has to be enough reason to follow the sport. To follow at least this World Cup. You don't have to follow the sports if you don't want to, but follow the World Cup at least. And on the plus side, like, you can, if you hate Qatar so much, you can tune in to watch them being trashed in games, because I mean, to be honest, they don't really have a good team, and they're in a group that consists of Senegal and the Netherlands, and those two teams are supposed to be better. I know African Player of the Year Sadio Mane just got injured and is going to miss the World Cup, which is very, very sad. But Senegal is a very, very good team, and they will miss Mane, but I'm pretty sure they're going to beat Qatar. So you can tune in to watch them being trashed. I mean, that should be a plus for you. So one of my inspirations for this video was I saw on my timeline a video. The title of the video is World Cup by I Show Speed. I know I Show Speed is most of his fans are like teenagers and young people. So maybe some of you may not really be interested in a guy like that, and I get that. But this is a guy that has been so obsessed about meeting Cristiano Ronaldo, and he has been following soccer content for like the past couple of years. I don't really follow him, but since he's so popular, sometimes, and since I'm a soccer fan, I see him on my feed once in a while. So he released a song called World Cup, I think 2 to 3 weeks ago. We are going to get into this video and see what he had to say.
Oh, football, football, oh, football, oh, football. Mexico, turning up, Portugal, turning up, Brazil, turning up, Cameroon, turning up, Switzerland, turning up, Argentina, turning up, yeah, England, yeah, we turning up. Let's get it, we turning up. Let's get it. Work on. Let's get it. Yeah, we turning up. Yeah, we turning up. Give me more, yeah, we turning up. Work up, yeah, we turning up. Come on now, man. It's that World Cup time. Y'all know who about to win. Cristiano Ronaldo, Portugal.
Guys, I get where he's coming from now. He's a Ronaldo fan. He's kind of like obsessed about Ronaldo, and I don't know if most of you know about the whole Messi and Ronaldo rivalry, but like it would be like a Hollywood kind of writing if those guys could meet in the final. Like, the path that they are from the group stage to the knockout rounds and to the final is very possible. It's a real possibility, and it's going to be like dreams come true for a lot of people around the world, because most soccer fans are divided into two camps: the Ronaldo and Messi camp in terms of GOATs and all that. I have my own opinions about that, but that's a different topic entirely. But it would really be a remarkable end, because those two players are aging. Ronaldo is going to be 38 in a few months. I think Messi is 35, 36 right now. They're getting to the end of their careers, and it's going to be really remarkable if both of them could end in, playing in the World Cup final to cement their GOATs level status. So I get where it's coming from with this video, and I highly doubt that final is going to happen. I really doubt that. I think one of those teams are going to falter. In fact, personally, I don't think both teams are reaching the final. So that's just my opinion about it. And coming back to you Americans having to watch this World Cup, guys, look at your group. You have England, you have Iran, and you have Wales. Guys, this group looks like it was cooked up in the UN. I'm serious. Like, you have Iran, guys, with what is going on in Iran currently and the relationship that they have with the United States, you have to play them in soccer. That has to be intriguing for a lot of you guys. It has to be intriguing. I mean, though I would warn you first, Iran has a very good team. They don't have stars, they don't have superstars, but they're a very good team. And I actually think they may beat the United States. And you guys are not good in the sports yet. I mean, you guys are so interested in American football, baseball, and NHL and the rest of this stuff, and you're not that good at the sport. So some teams can beat you. A lot of teams can beat you. I'm not going to sit down here and lie to you guys that you guys have a great team. You don't really have a great team. Your best player, Christian Pulisic, is regarded as an average player in Europe. Though I would say he's looking average because of the team that he's in. I think if he leaves Chelsea and goes to a team that is a bit lower, I'm not saying he's a low player, but a team that is in just a bit lower than Chelsea, I think he's going to be a star, kind of a star. I mean, he may not be a superstar, but he's going to be a star. But currently, he's looking average because he's not really doing well at Chelsea due to maybe coaches' decisions or whatever issues that he may have at that club. And that club is a circus. I'm not going to lie. Chelsea is a circus. They have a lot of issues, change of managers and all that regularly. So someone like Pulisic may not really have stability, which a lot of players need. And also England. Guys, look at the issue of the United States, between the United States and England. I mean, that is so interesting. And England bombed the White House. They bombed the White House at some point. That should be enough reason to watch this World Cup. It should be enough reason. And England will probably trash the US. I mean, I'm just going to be honest here. But that shouldn't discourage you from watching the World Cup, guys. At the end of the day, it's still a sport. There's no animosity between England and the US currently. So, but in terms of the history of both countries, that should be enough interesting commentary. Now, someone is probably saying in their mind now, dude, the US is not the only country in America. And you typed and you put the Americans should watch the World Cup. I get that. North America consists of a lot of countries. Countries that, like Mexico and all the Caribbean countries, those countries care about soccer. So I don't really need to convince them. Some of them may not be good enough, but they care about soccer. It's countries like the United States and Canada. And actually, Canada, guys, I have never heard Canada play in any tournaments before. And I've been following soccer since I was born. I have never heard Canada. When did Canada become good in soccer? They were able to produce players like Alphonso Davies, Jonathan David. Some may say it's immigration, but whatever. But Canada are in the World Cup, and they actually have a very good team. A decent team, to be honest. They have like players that you could regard, like Alphonso Davies can be regarded as a superstar in his position. That is more than any player that the US has. So, and looking at their group, they have Belgium, Morocco, and Croatia. Belgium have very good players, but a lot of players are aging. You know, their golden generation, quote unquote. A lot of them are aging, so they're not as good as they were, let me say, 4 years ago, for example. You have Morocco, one of the best teams in Africa. That could be a threat. But I think, like, if I look at Morocco, if I want to rank the players in terms of in terms of hierarchy, Alphonso Davies can be ranked higher than any player in Mexico. So if you want to rank the two teams, Canada actually has the better player in between those two teams. So there's a chance there. And you also have Croatia, who has one of the greatest midfielders of all time in Luka Modric. And this guy is 36. He's still great. Don't get me wrong. If those that follow soccer know that Modric is still playing like one of the greats. But outside of him, Croatia is, here and there. But Croatia is definitely better than Canada. Like, I actually see Croatia topping that group. But Canada has a good chance. So finally, one of the main reasons why Americans should watch this World Cup is that you guys are hosting the next World Cup. The next World Cup, 2026 World Cup, is going to be hosted by the US, Mexico, and Canada. I mean, that is incredible. And I wonder how the logistics is going to be in that World Cup. And then from what I read, it's going to consist of 16 cities, which is crazy. 16 cities in 3 countries. I wonder how they're going to do that, but I am sure that FIFA can make that work. I mean, they're making it to work in Qatar, so I'm sure they can make it work in the Americas. So this is going to be a very interesting World Cup, and I really urge you guys to, I'm not saying you guys should become super fans of soccer, but I'm really urging you guys that you should not miss out on this. It's going to be very, very interesting. Your countries are in very, very interesting groups, and it's probably going to, watching this World Cup is probably going to make you to be ready to follow your countries when you are going to host the World Cup in 2026. And I really hope you guys enjoyed the World Cup. Before I made this video, I was like thinking, is this video really wise to make? But I just decided to make it. I'm really excited about the World Cup, and since you guys have been putting me through your own sports, and I felt obliged to also, return the favor. And I hope this video is received by you guys properly. And if you're watching this video for the first time, help me out, hit that subscribe button. And if you loved this video, hit that like button. It will help to push this video out to more Americans, us to help to urge them to watch this World Cup and get themselves prepared for the 2026 World Cup. Thank you guys for watching. Till next time. Peace.